What is up, you guys? I'm Scholar from the Trader 10 community, and today I'm going to do the weekend forecast for you guys. In this weekend forecast, we tried to look at what happened in the past to determine what might actually happen in the future. And as you can see, one of our predictions is kind of doing it good this week. So, well, what pairs are we going to look at for this weekend is we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, which we always do in these analysis. Then we're going to look at ADA, Ethereum, XRP, Theta, IOTA, and Luna. So let's get this party started. So, starting off with the Bitcoin, looks like the price action was spot on. Can't be nicer than this. I actually was lucky enough to catch some shorts at the stop side right here. So this is why I always tell people that we try to predict multiple sides. We don't try to predict if price is only going to go up. We try to look at what are the possibilities that the market might do, because you never know what the market will do. So you either bet on it going up, or you either bet on it going down, but you always look at both possibilities, right? And right here was a very nice spot to short. This is where we were looking at, because last week we were saying that we will be looking here for shorts. If we can't hold this level, we might come back down, and this is one of the levels I might be interested in once we're going down. Now, let's put this price action a little bit further and let's extend it, looking at what might actually happen this weekend, because you know it's crypto and the weekends are always very nice there. So this is still an option, the green line. I'm actually just going to keep it there because we don't need to overanalyze anything. The last time we analyzed this was actually pretty good, so this is something that we can hold here. Now this red line, I actually want to put it a little bit to the right. I wanted to extend it to here because from here on out we can actually go back up. Looks like we've lost this move right here for 2 times, which means that we might actually get a rejection right here at the top of these levels. For that, I'm actually looking for confluence all the way to the left, right? So I'm looking for confluence all the way to the left. We have these highs right here, this support right here, these highs right here, and then going back up there. We have to try and achieve it. If we don't achieve it, we will probably come back down at least to 44.5k, and maybe we will even finally break all of this because there might be enough momentum. Now, I don't know what will happen this weekend, but I want to prepare you guys for the worst. So if and only if the worst happens, I want to remind you guys where I will be looking for my longs. I will either be looking, if this finally breaks down, I will be looking at 39Ks, then I will be looking at 36.5, and then I will be looking at 33.4. So these are the levels I will be interested in for buying it up if Bitcoin actually does this bigger retracement right here, that it might be enough. And then I will be looking for new all-time highs. Think about it, guys. Corrections happen in these markets. And if you look at the weekly time frame, it actually might look that we are really in for one. And even if we come back down all the way to 33k, it really isn't the end of the world. It's just a healthy correction, which is good for Bitcoin in the long term. Corrections happen. Look over here. Back all the way when we were at 12k, we had a big correction as well to 9k, and then we pumped all the way up. So kind of think of this as the same thing. Don't think that the world is ending, just think, okay, there are new buying opportunities on the higher time frame, and I'm going to try and capitalize on these opportunities. Now, does that mean that we are going to 39Ks, 33Ks for sure? No. They can still save Bitcoin by just staying above these lows right here. If they do that, then yeah, new highs might be in. So right here, I actually took a long overnight at 46.5, and then I'm actually looking as well for new highs. What I've actually done is I've actually hedged. Right here I went short, right here I went long, and now I don't really care where the price might go because I'm hedged. I'm in a position long and in a position short. But if you want to know more about that, be sure to check us out on Twitch, and we will tell you all about hedging and how you can do it as well. So this is kind of it for my Bitcoin analysis. So the first altcoin of the day is ADA USDT, and look what a beauty this is as well. I was looking for shorts in this top box. If they came back down, they had to come back up all the way here to 1.4. to like kind of save the move, but looks like they never really achieved 1.4, and thus they went actually down all the way to $1, where I was also looking for longs. So I'm still in the short. I'm kind of small in the short. Right here I was looking for longs as well, but I didn't take any there. Didn't have my limit orders. Kind of a little bit my own fault, but yeah, looks very good on ADA. I really like what they're doing right now. So what am I actually thinking that they might do in the future right here? I'm thinking that they will retest these stops, more like the previous all-time highs. So these, and they're also the support of these ones. Now let's go to the daily. Let me quickly clean up this chart a little bit so we can actually see the price and not only see all these arrows. So let me see. This is what I was expecting. On the 1 hour, they kind of did it more perfectly, as you can see. Went up, went back down, retested stuff, and now we're pumping. Other than that, looking at the 4 hour, let me have a look. Yeah, I'm looking for an achievement at least to 1.2. If we don't get to 1.2, I'm thinking that we have a downward continuation. Of course, this will kind of depend a little bit on Bitcoin as well. If Bitcoin is going to pump, then, well, yeah, ADA might pump as well. So for the bullish case scenario, really want to get a big nice impulse to the upside, want to trade in the zone, maybe come back down afterwards and then do something like this. So this is kind of what I will be looking for ADA. Depending how fast price moves, this will get done quicker or not. If, however, ADA doesn't manage to get above here, but they only do something like this, then I'm looking for them to actually break and come back down to the 0.92 levels. So this is then my bearish case forecast. So these are kind of the two forecasts I'm looking out for ADA. Let's head over to the next coin. Next up, we have Ethereum, and oh boy, has this been a while since we've done this one on this channel. We haven't actually given this love it deserves. So let's look a little bit at the higher time frame to check what this one has done and what it might actually do. So in my opinion, it kind of looks a little bit like Bitcoin, right? Except this is different, but this internal right here, this price action right here, really looks kind of like Bitcoin's. So what am I looking out for this one? It's kind of the same. You wanted them to try and achieve these lows and these highs, but as you can see, they rejected it. Because they rejected it, we can go on a lower time frame and check what they might do right here. As you can see right now, I always love it when I see this. They're actually sweeping these lows. In my opinion, sweeping these lows can be kind of bullish. So what we do right then is we go to the lower time frame and we start looking for an achievement. If they, however, sweep this again, I'm actually looking for something like this as a bullish case scenario on the Ethereum. So that's what I would be looking for. Now, however, let's say that we aren't going to the upside, then I might actually be looking for these lows. Now, I actually want them to hold this. If they don't hold this, it'll get a little bit scarier and more bearish, because then you will get something like this, right? And yeah, you have to hope that we go all the way up there, but it's a nice possibility that we also do something like this. So what you actually want is this bullish momentum getting above here, coming back down, retesting that this previous resistance right here has become support, and then trying to move to the upside. So this is a very simple explained analysis kind of forecast for locally for Ethereum. But let's have a look at the higher time frames. If things break down, where will we be interested in Ethereum? Because there are actually a lot of levels where we could be possibly interested in. So one is 1,250. The other one I might be interested in is right here, 837, just by looking at the weekly. Then we head down to the daily and we actually see that there's not a lot here on the daily. But yeah, then we actually look over here for a lower zone, and I would say that this is the whole zone where I might actually be interested in for looking for longs. I know it looks in the internal move, it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, but I'm actually kind of happy with this zone. Let's go back to the weekly. Yeah, I'm happy with this zone. It's in the middle of nowhere, but looks good to me. So that's kind of it for Ethereum if we break down. If we, however, go all the way up here, you want to keep on achieving levels. So you want to keep on staircasing to the upside and then try to make new all-time highs, of course. So that's it for Ethereum. Let's head over to the other coins. Up next, we have Ripple, and oh man, this has been a while as well. As you can see, last time we've looked at it, it was around here. and we were looking at the price action right here. We wanted them to achieve this level, so we wanted them to trade above it, achieve it, and then make new highs. Now sadly enough, they haven't done that, and they came all the way back down here. So let me maybe break this one down quickly and do a new analysis on this one to see where price might be headed towards. So first of all, let's see if there's something to the left. Oh yep, there is. Yeah, I'm looking for this zone right here. I want them to get above that. That's what, again. So they're holding this support for now. Looks like they've swept this as well. Came back down, tested it. So I want them to touch the top of this, hold the bottom of this, and then try to make new highs. That's the bullish case scenario. The bearish case scenario is actually kind of the same. They get above here, but they touch the lower side. They come back down. They make like this wedgie pattern, and then they actually break down. And I'm looking for 0.32s at least on the bearish case scenario. That's a very dumbed down analysis, of course, but yeah, that's what I will be looking for. Either it's make it or break it right now for the crypto market, and that's why I'm also making you trying to make you guys aware what the other if we were to dump big, what the possibilities might actually be. So that's it for XRP. Very quick, very simple. Let's head over to the next one. For our next coin, we have Theta token USDT. So yeah, this one was requested, and I actually didn't want to do it because it's just making new all-time highs. But then I was like, you know, I have to try and make people aware that if they're riding this thing up, that they kind of know when to go out of the trade, because a lot of the people are actually buying here, which is kind of dangerous based on the risk to reward scenarios, depending on what time frame you play it, how your stop loss is, and how good your risk to reward is, right? So looking at these levels, and let me see, what am I actually looking for Theta in order to get out of my trade? I'm at least waiting for them to come down here, and then I will actually leave my tokens at 4.25. So this would be a sell. If we get an impulse down, I will be looking to sell my Theta tokens. I know that I might actually do a higher low here, but then you get this wedgie squeeze, and then if Bitcoin is going to go down, we will probably see a down movement on this as well. So this is the bearish case scenario. The bullish case scenario is, for me, is actually, of course, if they never lose anything, we will go higher. That's just how price action works. But let's say that even there's also a bullish case scenario where we actually go down. I will be looking for a down movement all the way to here, looking at the previous all-time highs, right? Looking at this wick right here that made this move down. We want to come back down and we want to hold it. If we hold it, retest this bottom, come back down, and then we can try and make new all-time highs as well. So that's actually what I would be looking out for Theta if they are losing levels. If they're not losing, then the rule is they will just keep on going up, and we will just sit tight in our positions and don't try to leave it. Of course, take profits, manage your risk properly, and stuff like that. Everything that we teach on stream as well. So that's it for Theta. Let's head over to the next coin. For our next coin, we actually have a debut of IOTA. IOTA is actually one of those bigger pairs, and I'm actually wondering why we haven't done this one before on the channel. So let's first off start with doing a very nice analysis, because, well, IOTA is pretty old, you know, and because it's pretty old, it has nice levels. So what it's been doing right now, it's been trying to test these bottom zones, and because it has been trying to test these bottom zones, it means that it wants to get inside of this. If it can actually get inside of this, we can look at the midpoint without even going down to the daily. I know that there's probably something down there on the midpoint. So we want to touch the midpoint, come back down to the bottom side, hold the bottom side, try to re-achieve the top side, come back down to the midpoint, now hold the midpoint. If you don't hold the midpoint, try to re-hold the bottom side, and then move to the upside. So this is like the bullish weekly case scenario. Of course, we can dumb this one down by a lot on the daily. Looking at the daily, we actually see kind of a big shorting pattern on here based on this weekly level that we drew. So what's the shorting pattern I'm talking about? It's actually the same one that we've seen on Bitcoin, right? So the shorting pattern that we've seen on Bitcoin is actually, yeah, we lost the move to the high, came back down, retested, and now we're actually testing support over there. Well, previous resistance over there. So that might be a possible short for you guys if you're interested in something like that. Other than that, let's have a look on the lower time frames to try and grasp what this one might be doing there as well. So on the 4 hour, to get some bearish divergence, what will we be looking out for on this one? We will be looking out for them to actually go to 1.2, come back to 1.3-ish, and then head down to the bottom side. Now that's the bearish case scenario. What do we want them to do on the bullish case scenario? They have actually just done it. They've tested this previous support right here, also this low that brought us to the all-time high, well, the local all-time high. So we don't want them to lose this, and then we actually want them to achieve. Right, and then we can try and conquer the new all-time highs. So this is actually what I will be looking out for the bullish case scenario on IOTA. So these are actually, well, the higher time frame plays that can play out, and also the lower time frame plays that can play out. So let's head over to our next coin. For our next and last coin, we have Luna USDT. This one has been popping as well. Looks very good on the daily. They're trying to achieve the previous all-time highs right here. We're just trying to trade above it. Now, what will be the bullish case and what will be the bearish case? Let's start off with the bearish case. For the bearish case scenario, I'm looking for them to come back down to this move all the way down here, 5.4. Then head back up to 6.8 and then actually start wedging, right? And then either break down to the bottom side or make a pattern failure. Let me quickly make this one red because, well, it's a bearish case scenario. But what's the bullish case scenario on here? If we go down, wick it all the way back up, never lose this line of support, retest it, and then move back up. That's one of the bullish case scenarios that can play out as well on here. Now, for the normal bullish case scenario, what you can expect is them to come back down here, retest this, come back up, retest this previous all-time high candle high, and then actually make new all-time highs, where I think 10 might be a decent PT because it's one emotional PT because it's the number 10, right? Happens quite often. Let's have a look at the lower time frames and actually try to grasp what they're doing right there. And well, the lower time frames are only confirming my idea because I would be looking for these levels of support, which kind of align with the red case scenario. So if we lose this, I'm actually looking for them to come back down all the way to 5.5 for a bearish case setup. On the lower time frame, the bearish case setup would probably look something like this then, where it does this, come back down here, and then it has to decide if it will go down or if it will hold to the upside. So guys, that's it already for this weekend forecast. I hope you guys liked it. If you want to see your coin that you like to trade being analyzed on this channel, please leave us a comment and I will try and put that one into the next weekly analysis. If you liked the video, please consider becoming a subscriber. We do these videos every 2 to 3 days because we have a weekend forecast, a weekly forecast, and a midweek forecast where we try to prepare you for the upcoming days in the market because crypto has been so interesting lately. If you like what you're seeing on screen and you're actually wondering and you want to trade like us as well, try to consider checking out our Twitch where we do some regular teaching sessions totally for free. So thank you all for watching. Be safe in this market. Enjoy your weekend and I will see you again with the weekly forecast on Sunday evening or Monday morning.